Is my camera already blurry? Doesn't look clear. What the heck? Hey, what's up, guys? Does that look clear to you? Doesn't look clear. It's blurry. It starts blurry. It's just my vision? No. Before we get started, I'm taking some Blitz challenges on Fridays, but this is the Budapest Junior Spring Festival. I was just checking the results. The thing was, I saw 100 plus players in the field, and I think I counted 2 that were over 40. But I just want to double check this to see if I'm not crazy. All right, they're in round 7. Players: Darda Daniel. I don't know why the guy would play in this. He's a good player. Other than him, so okay, kid. Fodor Tomasz is like 35. Kozak Adam is like under 30. He's like really young, actually. So Chanda Sandipan, this is interesting. 43. Wow, I don't know what he's doing there. That's one player over 40. I don't know what Chanda is doing there. Does he live? Actually, I don't know. He plays my favorite Godfather variation. All right, so him is 43. Nope. No way. Pazuski's like 35, probably. Let's see. 31. Not even. Alright. This is ridiculous, you know? I mean, it's not... It's like a junior tournament. Okay. So there's no players... There's one player so far over 40. I just want to double check this. Yuri Bushka, 15. Well, he's old. I just want to see this. Is just insane. It's just like, this is why I don't want to play in this. You know, I don't want to play in a tournament where the average age is like 20. It's a Mongolian, probably not older. Alright, 1. Just want to verify this. Okay, my friend Alexandru is probably over 40, but I'm not sure. He might even be under. He's 45. Wow. So Alexander's 45. I don't know if he's there with the other Romanian player as like a coach or something. There's like a very promising Romanian player. It's in like 6th place. So that's 2 players over 40. And then my friend, let's see, Rudolph, 51. I didn't think he was that old. So the Polish International Master or FIDE Master is Michael Rudolph, 51. That's the record. Let me just see this. So you got 100 players, 2 players in their 40s, 1 player 51. And let's see, keep going. I mean, this Portuguese guy, it's got to be a kid. It is, of course. I'm just curious, you know. When I grew up, like, people played in chess tournaments, even master level tournaments, and there was players from all ages. You know, it seems like there's age discrimination or something going on. I mean, why is there only 3 players over 40 in this tournament? So, I guess those are the only ones. And then my friend, Piotr Win, probably 30s. Yeah, he's 35. Let's see. Piotr Win. So anyway, I'm going to play these Blitz challenges in a second. I just wanted to out of curiosity, check this. And then, okay, Packer is like 50. What? He's 36? Oh my god. The dude looks way older. That's crazy. I thought he was like 50. Anyway. Yeah, my friend is playing and he's quit. He dropped out after 4 rounds. Well, not my friend, but he's a teammate and a player I've known for a long time. So he dropped out. He'd probably be like in last place with half a point. And Chorak Shandor, he's probably 45, 41. Yeah, the only people that can play are professionals, kids sponsored by their parents, and then people who live with their moms in the basement who are like, you know, don't have a job, unemployed, like. It's really sick, man. It's really sick. It's a junior tournament. This is the Budapest Spring Festival, which used to be, you know, festival, right? First of all, you can't have it. It's okay. It's named after the cultural festival, but, right. Hungarians like to organize tournaments called festivals that have one tournament. Kun Gabor's in his 40s. Siebert Adam is the oldest at 58, 59. 59. He's the oldest player in the tournament. He actually has a job. He's a translator. He's my teammate. He decided it would be his last tournament. That's for sure. He has half point out of whatever, 4, 5, half point out of 4. So that's it. 59 is the oldest. There are no legal. Well, okay, senior counts. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You've got 104 players, and only 4 of them are over 40, and then only 2 of them are over 50. There's no 160 plus. It's sick. All right, let's play. So, Cheesy News Sun Prism. It's a bad choice, because you're both fast, and I'm not warmed up yet. But I'll just take Sun Prism first, because he's not quite as crazy as Cheesy Noob. By the way, Cheesy Noob Arsenal fan Sun Prism. Guys can challenge me to 5 plus n, where n is a number between 1 and 5. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 5. What happened to Asterbait, and how is Cheesy Noob allowed free? You know, Cheesy Noob, did you get on the exchange program with Asterbait or something? Like they let you out? I was just thinking the other day, we haven't seen Cheesy Noob in a long time. By the way, Gobble Roll Mops recently found a new type of players on Lichess. First they play rubbish, then they disconnect. Then they come back strong as hell. Well, they're unprofessional cheaters, I guess. Because the professional ones are already prepared to cheat, like the first time they start the game, you know? That's a very weak cheater, Gobble Mop. You're either paranoid or you're facing very unprofessional cheaters. Because a truly professional cheater isn't, you know, starting to cheat like midway through the game after they fucked it up. Alright. Incompetent cheaters, you can beat them on time usually. Gobble Roll Mops. If you just, there's something very satisfying about like flagging the cheaters who are bad, you know, at entering the moves fast enough. Okay, but no, I just didn't play in this Budapest Spring Festival for many reasons, but it's just reassuring to see that, like, you know, it's a field where there's only 4 people over the age of 40. I grew up, my first tournament was the New Jersey Open in 1985, or was it 86? 85. And I mean, the players, my generation, there were players of all different ages. There were kids, there were seniors, there was, you know, middle-aged people. Now it's like, okay, it's the economy. All right, Arsenal fan. You'll shoot a challenge. I need to fix lunch. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? All right. I have this now. I have a new like Chigorin. Whoa, the Roy Lopez. What? I have a new Chigorin fetish. So I'm trying to see if I can play like Chigorin. Some reason always play the what is that? The Goring Gambit. My Chigorin fetish is flaring up. Now we can use the B5 Arsenal fan move order. So I'm going to try to play classically under the influence of Chigorin. Also in the Simul Sunday, oof, it's going to be rough. I'm flying out to Nyíregyháza, and I'm taking the train to Nyíregyháza on Saturday night because it's like 3 hours by train, and I don't feel like going at 6 o'clock in the morning. So By the way, I don't think that Chigorin played the Marshall Gambit. Just saying. Man, I had this guy yesterday. He played D4 against me twice. The same dude fell for the Noah's Ark trap. This is in an anonymous game. They fell for the Noah's Ark trap twice in a row. It's like D4, knight takes D4, knight takes D4, pawn takes D4, queen takes D4, C5, trapping his bishop with C4. And then I re-challenged, and the guy played the exact same sequence again. And then he left the game when I trapped his bishop a second time with C5, C4. It's like, bro. Alright. Well, there was no Marshall Gambit back in Chigorin's era, but I suppose there might be some early incantation, but I wonder what Chigorin would have done here. So knight c3, isn't that the oh wait, my e5 pawn's not protected. Well, does that matter? Knight a5. Well, I guess we go here. I don't know. The less you know, right? Hello, sir. Anyone from Iran here? I hope that our friend Dr. Chipchance is okay. It's kind of hard to protest and take over your government when there's like bombs dropping on everyone. But anyway, I'm not going to start any politics. It's just hard to avoid it. You know, it's like it's everywhere. Politics just dominate the news. Okay, so I'm going to Nirakaza on Sunday to play someone between 2100 and 2200 probably on Sunday morning. I got a Panzio. I got like a hotel room. I had $100 on Expedia credit, so I paid $2 for this like one night stay. Nice. And so that's what we're gonna do. That's my program for the weekend. So Sunday Simon is going to be really tough because, okay, I'm going to get there. We play on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Sire. We go by Sire. We play at 10 a.m. Sunday morning, my favorite, and the game's up to 5 hours, so the game finishes by 3. That means that we have to leave around 3 to drive back to Budapest, and fuck. I did this? No, this is fine. Okay. You can't do anything fancy. Okay. So I get to Budapest 3 hours by car. No, it's a little faster on the highway. It's probably 2.5. So we should get back to Budapest if we're lucky, because there can be a lot of traffic on Sundays. If it's good weather, people go on trips and stuff, and then they're all coming back at the same time to the city. I had that in Boston sometimes too. There was nowhere to park if you would come home on like a Sunday. Okay, knight takes d5. So we have 2 bishops and our chicks are free. Nice pawn structure you've got there. Very nice. So give Sun Prism a break. This is like his first Roy Lopez in all time. Good luck beating this guy. He's cheating too, Go Sorry. Sorry to call you Go Bulls. Don't mention the war, Go Bulls. Go Bull Robops. But, yeah, he's cheating too. Everybody's cheating. I got news for you. Alright, no, seriously, don't call the German players Go Bulls. So we'll be back between 5:30 and 6. Oh. So I'm going to be getting back like with very little time before my simul. It's one of those. It's going to be brutal. Simul on Sunday. That's our next stream, but hopefully I'll be in a good mood, you know. The chances of the results of my game, because I'm playing player between 21 and 2200, the most likely result is a win. Also, I have good time to prepare. I could play like 3 or 4 different players between 2100 and 2200. We also have a player who was like in Japan trying to travel back. It's a really good time to be like stranded in an airport somewhere. Knight c4. All right. Global roll mops. So I've got 3 challenges now. The war. Well, you can help, build some weapons for other countries now. To be like a supplier. So what are we gonna do? I know Germans love wars. All right. We've got to protect. Sun Prison's position is not good. But we give him credit for playing, the Roy Lopez, which is not his main thing, He's trying to obviously learn a real opening with white. So anyway, yeah. Really fun. I can't wait to go to Nirakaza on Saturday night so I can play one game against 2100 and come home the next day on the train, spend 6 hours in transit. Chess is fun. Alright. This is a slow blitz game. Why did I play Rook E8 if I'm going to do this? Good question. 2 bishops look good, though. This is horrible, right? That pawn, that pawn, that pawn. It's 3 bad pawns. Oh, you don't want to trade queens. Well, alright. Normally he likes trading queens. I don't know what his problem is today. We have a lower maintenance pawn structure. There's a slight problem with A5. Because I could take his knight if I had to. Also have incursions here. The incursions. Anyway, guys, so it's Friday. One of my favorite days today. And, well, if you donate, you can knock, by the way, we can knock Arsenal fan down. Did somebody donate? We got some follows, nothing. Let's kill Arsenal fan. H3. Prophylaxis. Guarding the light squares. Queen C2. Why don't we trade queens? Do I take with the F pawn or with the H pawn? Of course you take with the H pawn. Rhine metal. Did you fall into the vat again? Gabble Romops works at like a war factory. He's had several incidents with employees. They send him in to clean up the mess when the employees fall into the vat of like heavy metal. It gets messy. It's either him or the insurance company. At least Christy Noam isn't running your company or something. That's the only good thing that's happened in the last couple of months, right? But notice, it's not like Trump's first administration where everyone got fired like immediately. Now no one ever gets fired; they just get transferred. Because firing people is like an admission that you fucked up and you hired an idiot. Trump can't fire anyone, so he just transfers them to a different position. So now she's like transferred to something else. Oh no, you're not fired. No, you're great. You're great. We're just moving you to a different position. Because we don't want to look like we fucked up. Alright, G5. This move, I don't know about this. My A5 pawn is the only problem. It's a little hard to break through here, admittedly. Rhine metal. Gobble Rhine mops. I'm so funny. Gobble Rhine mops. Gobble. Gobbles. Gobble like a turkey. How do I defend a a5 pawn? Can I maneuver my bishop to d8 and like protect it? That's annoying. No, seriously. So Prism is like the Minister of Defense. Speaking of defense, he's the Minister of Defense. It's like a football player, NFL player title. You're just gonna let my king... I'm suspicious of this. You're just gonna let my king walk back into the game? No way. Why did you do that? You let me out? No way. He must have a plan. No, this is suspicious. I think he has a plan of some kind. Put my king on a6. This is so annoying. It's hard to break through. Okay. Right. Yeah, enough of that. You're gonna play king c2 and protect your b3 pawn. Dude. You're annoying. You didn't. Now you went back. Huh. Some sort of tactics? Tractics. Teractic Park. You're just moving back and forth. I figured this out. I figured him out. He's just moving back and forth. It's very deep. Draxic. You are Draxic. So, my hair is like too long. Okay, now you finally figured that out, so you can move your knight. You face Jaraxxus. Yep. No surprises, please. Oh, the Mighty Knight. Mighty Ducks. Maybe it's time for my other bishop to play. I can switch. Have my other bishop be bad. Maybe this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Shit. Alright. Well, maybe not if I act quickly. We have to act quickly. Gobble through mops. Gobble gobble. Shit. Well. Put your knight on d3. Alright. Sees every goddamn thing. We will make your bishops great again. Well, this was really, yeah, good luck beating this guy. You weren't kidding. What an adventure. Who defends like that? Seriously, that's crazy. That's insane. guy might be worse now. Whoa. What? That's pretty incredible shit right there. Now I lose. Yeah, okay. Sure, dude. I lose. Sorry, I don't have the wherewithal to play that well like you. I mean, that's incredible. He saves this position with no time. -6, finding the only defense here. Why is the move? Why are the moves moving on their own? He doesn't resign. King takes f3, c3 blunder. God. Wow. All right, I'm gonna need to take a short break after that. We'll be right back. I immediately lose my first game against a 1900. Well, no, he's 2158. Check this out. That's also weird. Like, no, that's actually normal. Yeah, this is the old rating divergence. Usually around 150 points. But anyway, he's 1900 blitz, so he's better at 5-5 than 5-1. Although he's very fast. He played 5 rapid games today already. 17 plus 7. You played a 17 plus 7 2 hours ago? Wow. And you beat a 2300. You beat a 2000, you beat a 2300, you beat a 2100. You lost one game. It's all about you, man. It's all about you. You're the stream boss. But Cheesy Noob's next, bro. Sorry. Alright. So... yeah, I'm not in a good mood. Not in a good mood, you know. Not in a good mood after that. And then to play Cheesy Noob. Should I just resign now? Cheesy Noob hasn't been on the stream in like 6 years. He just appears. He's 22, 23. I think that's the highest I've ever seen him. Oh, that's Blitz. So this is Blitz. Sorry, this is Blitz. So that's tricky because it's 5-5, it's rapid, and then if it's 5-3, it's Blitz. As if it's like a different thing. Yeah. I play all these like weak players. Damn, got crazy. Yeah, but you're like Karpov, so, you know, you're like the strongest defensive 1900 in the world or something. Queen B6, that's a weird move. You got a bad position. Yeah, maybe. You might say that. His first Roy Lopez. There was someone else who did that to me recently. That was that a weird account. We have an anonymous. I was pretty pissed after this game with, who was it now? Oh, what's his name? Can't remember the name now. There was some player on my stream who's literally never had a game on the white side of the Spanish. I looked it up afterwards, and they beat me like a genius. I was like, oh wow, you've never played the Spanish with white. And then I looked it up, and they literally had only never played a single game until they like crushed me. Who was that? Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be paranoid. I'm paranoid about everything. Cheesy Noob also, like, doesn't play me like for 2 years and then just shows up out of the blue. He was like challenging before the stream started. I just want to tell you guys that. Is it not weird that Cheesy Noob was challenging me before the stream started? Because I don't even like normally, like Repunj Bansal used to do stuff like that. But I don't even like stream at a regular time anymore. I mean, to be challenging me before the stream started on a Friday, that's pretty weird, bro. I would say that's sus in itself. Cheesy Noob, I don't know. I used to think they were cheating when I first, like 7 years ago, when they first played me. There's something very strange about this account. But I don't think they're really cheating. I think they're just crazy, you know? It's weird. I'm totally tilted after the first game. I thought I was like losing a piece to bishop takes c3 there. But one thing you don't see with Cheesy Noob is normally like a very incisive opening with black. But here he seems to be comfortable. Incisive Cheesy Noob. Sinus, right? The Sinus account? Was it that? We haven't had enough games with them for me to be like that, I don't think. Maybe it was. I'm super paranoid. Okay, I'm ahead on time. That's also unusual. He's actually used a little bit of time. That's suspicious too. So it's like a pin I can never get out of. That's fucking awesome. That's awesome, dude. It's a never-ending pin. I'm gonna like lose my mind, dude. How do you get out of this pin? Dude, don't play a classical. Yeah, classical's the worst. I mean, dude, play in the like classical weekly classical arena or something. And there's nothing more painful. That's the worst thing though. Like if they cheat on you in a blitz game, it's okay, you can forget about it. But spend 30 minutes playing against a cheater in classical, that hurts. I mean, that's like half your life is gone, you know. Classicals, there are a lot of cheaters. Definitely not worth playing in classical tournaments. Rapid is okay. Should I just resign? I think I should just resign. Probably, objectively. Just resign and go on to the next game. Alright. Something weird about Cheesy Noob. Sorry. They're testing out their new engine or something. I don't really want to play them. I'm sorry. Something very weird about that account. Tired of playing people I don't trust. Alright, Arsenal fan? What? You reversed openings with... Why are you playing Sun Prism's opening and Sun Prism is playing yours? What the fuck, dude? Did you guys switch? What's that? You've been watching bad like YouTube videos or something? Okay, E5 is not typical. Well, I guess he's just making this up. Why would Arsenal do that though? He never goes like playing weird openings. What are you guys doing today? We're in the same room. Well, I mean, it is physically possible since you both live in the same country. Well, it's more likely than most people because you do live in the same country, but I would think it'd be yeah, that's weird. I'll just resign all my games. I have a bad feeling about today. Well, you've never played the Royal Lopez, and Arsenal's never played the Danish Gambit, so that is kind of weird, don't you think? The Cheesy Noob account coming out of nowhere to play like so incisively with black against me, that's really weird. I mean, he was here before the stream started challenging me. Sorry, I can't trust him. I don't know what his deal is. I still feel like he's cheating. And then sometimes he loses like in 9 moves. And you're just like, what? Now you guys are subscribers, I trust you. Sun Prism is a subscriber, Arsenal Fans is a subscriber. You guys subscribe, I'll trust you. But otherwise, I reserve the right to resign. Reserve the right to resign. I reserve the right. Yeah, Arsenal's... Are you tilted? I think Arsenal must be tilted. Oh, there's no air in here at all. Fuck. It's like March. The window's open. And I'm hot. I don't know, I've been playing pretty well. Like on Tuesday, I won the tournament undefeated. Now I can't even like win a 5-minute game. Why is Arsenal tilted? He just said he had to make his kids lunch. That doesn't tilt you. Downstairs chess? Oh no. Cheesy Noob, we have a very strange relationship with that account since a long time. I don't know what their deal is. I just feel very strange playing against them. I don't know what to think. You know, if they're cheating, they have more than one player. I don't know. It's just so weird, you know. I just didn't feel like playing that position anymore. So Arsenal fan, what the hell is going on here? Check. This is crazy. Okay. I play no much. You think, and you still don't know someone after all that. Isn't that amazing? And you still don't trust them after all that. That's how weird his account is. That I've played him like 80,000 games and I still don't really know if he's cheating or not. Maybe Arsenal just senses I'm on tilt. This has to be good for me. I mean, I don't understand what's going on today. Sun Prism playing the Spanish with white. Arsenal playing his opening with white. Though clearly he doesn't know it. Played e5, which is not a normal move. I didn't feel like playing Cheesy Noob. I'll be honest. Completely honest. I didn't feel like playing Cheesy Noob. Like, it's always problematic. I always feel paranoid that he's cheating. And once I started the game, I realized, like, you know what? He's playing perfectly again, you know? It feels very weird. So, I don't know. Let me put it this way. If you're suspicious of your opponent, you shouldn't play them. You know, that's it. I mean, you can't play a normal game if you feel suspicious against someone. You'll never play normally. If you have the slightest paranoia that your opponent is cheating, just give up the game because you can't play normally against them. I don't know why Arsenal's doing this like crazy, uncompromising style today. Like, he wants to beat me, but he wants to beat me. Downstairs chest, you're new to my stream, obviously. So, what is the deal here? Oh, you're gonna just, like, checkmate me on h7? Yeah, but that doesn't work. It's not that easy. He should be getting checkmated, not me. I'm having hair issues. Whatever I do my hair, I need to get my hair cut. It's not comfortable. And, alright. Please lose, Arsenal fan. If I don't win a game, I'm going to be, like, really paranoid and depressed. Let me win a game. Cheesy Noob is watching. Sorry, Cheesy Noob, you're extremely suspicious, including like challenging me before my stream even started, which is really weird. Because sometimes I don't even stream. I'm unpredictable on Fridays. Arsenal fan, where do you come up with this shit? Why is he so psycho today? How's your end game? I got a message. Oh, good. I don't want to leave. I just want to open this in a new window. All right. So, I'm not in the mood to play games, especially chess. Don't send me personal messages. And if you do, then send them on OnlyFans, not here. Arsenal, don't complain if you lose this game, because you know you played like a maniac. Don't be angry and tilt if you lose. I think this is not Arsenal's best game. He was making food for the kids. All right. Thank you for letting me win, man. I mean, I really was going to like lose my mind if I didn't win a game. All right. Arsenal is the best team. He's the best team player ever. But look what he did. He did e5 in the opening. He doesn't know this. I don't know why he played this. I owe you a game. Okay. He lost on purpose. Redusa is next. No, I'm taking on c2, Redusa. Of course he wasn't winning. I played like a perfect game. Yes, Simon Williams, oil wrestling. How did Redusa sneak into the next game? Oil wrestling. That's what they call it in Germany. You know what the best would be like? Fish oil wrestling. You know, the stuff, well, alright, whatever. It could be olive oil, but whatever, you know, it's like olive oil that's like the fish are packed in. That'd be nasty. Ah. Like, blah. Okay. What am I doing? That's why I thought for a long time before I played the move there, making sure that I had that. I have the ADD today. I don't know why, because I should be in good condition. But the first game against Sun Prism was a bad, painful loss. But I was impatient, you know, I was like, I don't know, I have like, yeah, ADD, anxiety or something. ADD with anxiety, like, I'm impatient and I want the game to be over. Like against Sun Prism, instead of just, it's like I have some sort of stress or something. I want it to be over. So bad that I blunder and lose. Okay, we're in like some mild time pressure there. But it's frustrating when you play with someone who's much lower rated, like Sun Prism, and they're the one that's like worse most of the game. What the hell is that? Do you think like the player who's you don't throw, you're rushing a bit? Well, you're rushing. Reduce or resigned. All right. It was a mouse slip. You wouldn't have played D6 or it's like an Asterbate tribute variation. Man, you guys, thank you again. I feel better now. Texas Pete, this is, excuse me, a strong player. Texas Pete, are you really in Pete? You made me think about someone. I hadn't thought about it in years. There was this master from New Jersey who's probably still alive. Should be, but I mean, I'm not sure. Bill Peterson. But we used to call him Pete. So if Bill Peterson moved to Texas, he'd probably be about 10 years older than me. He was a quiet guy, a nice guy. That's what, not what they're going to say when when Arsenal fan goes. He was a quiet guy. Got allergies. But anyway, thanks guys for letting me win a couple games. I feel a little bit better. I started off losing that first game and it tilted me. I don't like playing Cheesy Noob. Never did. I don't know what his deal is. But I just dread even like playing the guy. So knight c3. Yeah, I had this yesterday, oddly enough. You know, Capablanca played this. Once I saw Patrick Wolf play it. But it's a very rare line. I played it in Blitz, although I don't know what I'm doing really. So what did I do the other day? I was thinking about f6. Can you play that here? Because knight takes c5, pawn takes c5, queen h5 check. But you could play it, right? You could get like a Cochrane Gambit type of thing. I mean, Arsenal would definitely play knight takes c5 here. But I'm out of book. What about bishop b4? I mean, is this something we want to do? I have a terrible track record on these kind of exchange variations. You know what the thing is, though? I mean, like, trading off my bishop pair is not great strategically for black. But I feel like bishop d2 would at least force white into a kind of quiet setup. Texas Pete is yes I am. You are William Peterson? William Peterson from Canada. Texas Pete. His real name is William and he lives in Canada. Okay. I believe you. Just thinking about the name Pete makes me think of anyone, you know, Peter. Peter is Hungarian, very common. It's a Christian name. But in America, you know, oddly enough, Warmops had donated $5. That's why we had Arsenal's health is so low 36 minutes ago. Gonna need a refill. I'm a little worried about G4. think I play c5. I'm afraid to play g4 and then stick your knight on f5, and I'll never be able to get rid of it. Thank God for a6 here, right? So, I don't know. I'm just making this up. I mean, if I can equalize, I'm happy. You know. I don't like the exchange variation. Chigorin doesn't like the exchange variation. He's lucky he lived in a time before people commonly played that as much. Chigorin is lucky he was born before Nefyadov and Bobby Fischer. Fischer, where did Fischer get the exchange variation from? You know, I wonder though, did Chigorin himself play the exchange variation? Wouldn't entirely surprise me. But, did Nimzovich play it? Are there any strong players named Peter? Jack Peters, that doesn't count. Peter Gabriel. I mean, it's such a common name, but it's funny that there's no. You mean Strong Williams? There's Lombardi, but again, William also not a common name for strong players. Peter, Grandmaster's named Peter Lako, but I said Hungarians they love the name Peter because it is a, you know, apostle or whatever. Yeah, but American players, not a lot of Peters, strangely enough. You would assume it's a very common name. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I get on about weird subjects here. It's part of my autism. Everybody claims they have autism. I have autism. I took the shot. Now I have autism. Autism is like the excuse for everything. Did you see that Anand Kasparov game you sent? No. When and where? Antonio Cavallo. How do you say that in Italian? In Hungarian it would be Hungarian. In Spanish it would be Cavallo, right? Cavallo? Do you say it like Cavallo? Michael Cavallo. I don't know. American Italians would mispronounce it probably. Cavallo. Probably something in the middle. Should I take? Cavallo is a knight in Spanish. Bishop takes c3, knight takes c3, or bishop a5. Because only good things can come with bishop a5. No. This is a draw. But Texas Pete is clearly very solid. So, of course, you know, it's the chess piece in Spanish. Knight. Un caballo. Anyway, I'll try to guess your ELO, but you're probably going to get... We're going to have a little hint based on your Lichess rating. Alright. Yeah, white is playing like rock. See, Chigorin would be very sad. This is why, I don't know. I think you have to consider taking with the B pawn on c6 on the black side. Winning on the black side of the exchange Lopez, man. Now, there's a depressing thought. I remember, I tell the story, sometimes I had this friend who came with me to a tournament, and the first round he was playing, he wanted to win the first prize in an under section. Like under, why did I play King B7 then? He wanted to win the first prize in the under 2200 section. First round, he's black, and his opponent plays the exchange variation of the Roy Lopez. Here's the problem. You know, objectively, first off, e4, e5 isn't the optimal opening play for a win. But classical players can do it. Like Michael Adams somehow. How does he do it? How does Michael Adams manage to win games with the black pieces playing e4, e5, Arsenal fan? Have you seen my vacuum? This is equal. Although theoretically, right, it's not equal. Okay, not quite equal. It's almost equal. It should be a draw. White is better by like a tenth of a pawn. Because he has a kingside pawn majority. But opposite color bishops aren't ideal for winning your pawn majority exchange variation endgame. It's almost definitely a draw. But he played safe. Texas Pete is very safe. It's not easy for me to undouble my queenside pawns. Maybe I should consider G5. I'm considering. Inconsiderate. You're being inconsiderate. We could just agree to a draw now and save time. But it might look like I'm trying to like strong arm him into giving me a draw in a slightly worse position. I don't mind playing it out. It's instructive. But I can tell you now that this should be a draw. Or I can tell you later if you want. I've placed all of my pawns in the correct color. We could go here and go in there and harass his C pawn. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, bishop a2, knight c3, so that doesn't matter. a4 is good. Objectively, maybe I should play knight a5, knight e5 even. See, the thing is, though, if he plays b3, I can undouble my pawns now. So I don't know, actually, I'm on the fence about this. Well, he played a4, he's not obligated to play b3. Maybe b3 is a bad move. You know, objectively. Does anyone here watch the grass grow for sport? What's happening in the Premier League, Arsenal? There's news, the BBC is like filled with news about the Hotspurs getting relegated. I feel like I don't understand. Like I'm missing out on something. I don't understand football, you know. Tottenham. Oh no, I'm gonna lose on time. Yikes. I don't know if h6 is actually a good move. Oh no. Wait. Jeez, I'm gonna lose. Oh, he's trying to win. Now things are not so clear. Phew, bro. You didn't tell me you were trying to win. He's like a fast bullet player suddenly. I didn't know that. He tricked me. Wow. But I've got my pawn majority now. You could lose. Really, you shouldn't, but anything can happen. I do have a protected pass pawn. Wow, maybe I'm winning. That's awkward. My knight's stuck. Oh my god. Well, it's not stuck forever. Look at that move. It's not stuck forever. Famous last words. Speaking of things that are not stuck forever. That's awkward. So I have no way to win? Well, basically, yeah, it looks like it. My knight's stuck. Weird. You know, you almost managed to lose that. The game is already analyzed. So I had a window where I was winning. But you had a window where you was winning too. You had me here. You suddenly started playing real fast. I didn't expect that. You had taken your time. But you know, the opening is like... I have a question about this. Wow, this is the way it's supposed to go. Okay, so if you try to sack a piece like Arsenal fan... F takes e5, check, and now I didn't know this. Because I'm always thinking like this is normal. But I can go to d7, although I don't really understand what that does. King d7. Queen f5, check. King d6, okay. That's good to know. Anyway, so the Arsenal fan piece sack doesn't work. The more you learn, you know. This variation has like not a very good reputation with white. It's considered to be unpromising. So my bishop b4 isn't so great. It's in fact, it's bad. Wow. It's bad because of bishop f4. So we just both learned something rather important. I'm going to have to sack a pawn after bishop f4. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, anyway, no one plays this line. I didn't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, bishop d7. Hello, what's up? Yeah. No, it's nothing, of course. But you can still play it with white. It's a draw-ish line. Like I said, I saw Patrick Wolf play it. Capablanca played it. I mean, you know, it's playable. So here we go, Cheesy Noob. Variation. Now, Cheesy Noob didn't go in this endgame is a bad idea for black. You know, Cheesy Noob did the right thing. Don't go into the endgame. The endgame's better for white. This is not a good decision for black. It's not necessarily the endgame is the problem, but it's like trading your central pawn for my central pawn on e4 is a huge mistake. So you're trying to figure out what to play, Arsenal fan? Is that why you sent me a game? Or is that unrelated? Knight f6 right away. Okay. Yeah, so I've seen this before. White has tried different moves here. But bishop d3 is nothing special. So it's either knight bd2 or knight fd2. Redundant knights. A negative trading jerk face. I like that. So he's negative and he's a trading jerk face? Or he's a negative trading jerk face? What is negative trading now? He's a negative guy who's into trading? He just likes trading pieces, sucking the life out of. He's a chess vampire. No, Karpov's a chess vampire. That's different. He just likes trading pieces. I find that people that like trading pieces tend to be uncomfortable with tension. It's usually out of fear, or you know, just laziness. He thinks that chess is like Connect 4 or something. That's why I really was getting into Chigorin now that I started studying his games in more depth. The interesting thing about Chigorin is that he could play open positions and closed positions. And, you know, the closed positions, though, in particular, most people don't have the patience to do that, you know, today especially. Trying to play like Chigorin and how many players have that style? You know, Spassky, Morozevich. Did you see? Where did I see something? Well, I guess I just saw a random Facebook post about Marzievich playing the French defense. I still can't play the French defense, but I don't know, Arsenal fan. I mean, you if you get your game against a player like that, I would imagine you could make their life unpleasant. My fear would be that he might know the opening better than you or something and get you in some specific variations where trading is okay. No, playing against people that you don't like their style, yeah, can be unpleasant. But even in simplified positions, you can play and accumulate advantages, which should be like, everyone's style really. Although you, in particular, don't necessarily play like that. You're playing for attack. Well, don't play like you played against me because you're playing like kind of tilted maniac. Other advice might be to like try to not think about the fact that you've played this guy before. If it's possible. It also helps to be like white if you're white. I don't know what color you are. Trading pieces is one thing, but not that easy to trade pieces when you're black as it is with white. The fact that you mentioned that you lost to him twice concerns me, I also have trouble like letting that go. Okay, he hung a pawn. That's kind of an important pawn in an endgame like this. If it's possible to try to trick yourself into playing the game as if you've never played them before. Like it's a new start or something. You've never played this guy before. Try to keep telling yourself that. I don't know, because I feel like you got that too much in the forefront of your mind. The fact that you brought it up is relevant, of course, but still. I've had a number of players I've had problems with. Kaidanov was one of the worst. The last time I played him, though, it suddenly felt better. I had the same thing with Shabalov, though Shabalov didn't beat me every time. You gotta put the whammy on yourself. Yeah, it's much better to be white, obviously. But my advice would be to try to pretend it's a new opponent that you've never played before. I don't know. I don't think you're doing yourself any good by thinking about that. That you've lost this guy twice before. I would have... I mean, yes, in a way, like, if it was a matter of you... Well, I will say this. If it's a matter of you going crazy or something like that, then just don't go crazy, But if it's a matter of, like, the guy playing well and beating you or something... you underestimating. If it's a matter of you underestimating him, then, just treat him like he's a new player. You gotta have some respect. Maybe not enough respect for the player due to his style that you don't like. It's understandable. But obviously, it would be best avoided. At the end of the day, we should try to have, I know it's hard, but try to have respect for all of our opponents. I don't think a lot of benefit comes from like not having respect for the opponents. You never want to be afraid. It's very important not to be afraid. So you can have like too much respect where you get to the point where you're afraid of them. And I've had that happen on occasion. But definitely, you know, probably like wanting to punish them too bad, wanting to beat them too bad. Because they have a lame style or a style you can't respect. Try to approach it like it's a new player. I don't know. So he took here on b6 though. I don't know how black's going to make that work. This was obviously probably winning for white, but if he could play something else, maybe like bishop h6, he's in a difficult position. I mean, obviously, if they truly do that, though, you know, the trading at every opportunity, they should be making concessions. But I think you need to approach the game in an accumulation of advantages type of mindset, even though that's not really your natural style, like I'm saying. Not your style. You know, you like to attack. But sometimes we can't, you know, chess is not like we get the position we want, the type of position we want to order. I mean, you got to play the position you get, and you can't control everything, especially not with black. Maybe specifically treat this game like you're thinking much more in terms of accumulation of small advantages to almost change your natural approach to the game a little bit. Rather than thinking in terms of a holistic attack, for this game, settle for accumulation of small advantages. Like your Capablanca or something, you know? Maybe you should study some Capablanca games. Capablanca Menchik Capablanca, right? The game where it's in the most destructive chess games ever played. That's the classic illustration, where she tried to trade everything. But every time she traded stuff, it was slightly on Capablanca's, you know, terms. So she just kept making her position slightly worse and slightly worse till she was lost. I mean, that's the classical punishment for traders. Well, maybe it's stuck. You just, you know, it's in there so deep you don't know where it is. Maybe under hypnosis you could start to play like Capablanca. So, all right, let's do c4, and then we go up. I mean, obviously I'm winning. Come on. I just need to penetrate. He can't do anything active or he loses immediately. F5, no. Alright. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Or drink a lot. Your style, yeah, exactly. No, you can play. I mean, it also might give you some insight into how to improve your game overall, not just for beating the specific player. You know? To try to play more than one style consciously. Hello, goodbye. Hello, what's up? Too much effort to play to play out a totally hopeless position, bro. All right. Mr. Coffee's here. What's up? Yeah. Oh, please resign. All right, thank you. So, Walter Goodman, 5 + 1, 1710. It was a good year. Can you compartmentalize and be like, today I'm going to play like Ali King. Today I'm going to play like, I'm going to switch my style and play like Capablanca. Do you ever... I think I do that a little bit. You know, I'm trying to play like Chigorin today. Well, I started out trying to play like Chigorin. But I think in any sport or game, like, obviously, if you can have the ability to change your style, you can almost be like two different people, you know? But I think having a little more respect for this opponent in particular. I should have played a King's Gambit. You know, if we're going to do Chigorin. Classical opening, right. So Evans Gambit. Oh my god. I don't know how to play the Evans Gambit. I can't do that. I mean, I know how to play the Evans Gambit, but I obviously zero practice, so I can't. That was one of Chigorin's favorites. Evans Gambit. Now it looks like I'm playing modern style. Okay. Well, I don't want to get hit by d5 with tempo. Do you think this is White's main move in this position, Bishop b3? I bet it might not have been back in 1875, but yeah, okay, that's nice. So here we have an option to play Queen e2, right? The other option is to take on d5. My fear is that it's kind of... I'm not certain if it's good. Walter Goodman been studying. Been there, done that. So I'm essentially playing like a sort of black lion Philidor with the white pieces, right? This is a lot like it's a lot like what am I trying to say now? What was I trying to say? It's a lot like a whirl attack, right? Just that my bishop was on c4 instead of b5, but I mean, it could have gone back to a4 and b3. I've never been big on the Italian game, but we lost our guy, guess the Elo guy. Mr. Coffee. What am I going to do? Knight f1 or h3. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Finoki. The Okefenokee Swamp. It's gonna be a rough one today. Apparently 8 plus 2 is not for me. Ooh. Not convinced by d4. Well, d4 is a controversial move. It's often a good move. And this type of structure, and also by transference, the white side of the Philidors, but knowing when to play that and when it's good and when it's not, I mean, ironically, I just looked at a Chigorin game where he was black and did that, but it was a very different position. White like somehow had to take on d4 and give up the square. You know, I don't want to do that, obviously. Okay, it's different if I've played like b3 or something. I think that's what it was. Like, Chigorin did it in a position where his opponent had played b6 or b3. You know, if I've played b3, I'm fucked because I don't have the pawn on b2 to recapture on c3. That's a very different scenario. If I'm doing like a classic, put all my pawns on the third rank, like Philidor, a3, b3, c3, d4. Yeah, then it's commonly done. Bishop f8. Right, and now what do I do? The black lion. So, knight h4. Knight h4. What's the plan? I mean, I'm just never going to castle. Should I play h3 first? It's too late if I do it then. Knight h4, bishop g4. f3. Knight h4, bishop g4, f3. Oh no. Walter Goodman. I was going there anyway. Walter Goodman needs to sharpen his tactics, and he'll be like 2,000. But he does miss a lot of stuff. He misses simple tactics, you know. Look at this. Dude, you played like a perfect game. Till you didn't. So bishop b3 is not the main move for white, okay. Castles is the main move. So bishop b3 is a little slow, and it justifies d5, right? d5. Yeah, okay, so queen e2 is the best move. You know, interestingly enough, though, I don't like knight on bd2. I guess it's okay. I mean, you can castle if black plays like knight to g4 or whatever. Yeah, I mean, all these moves are playable. So if I take, though, you take back. What's the engine say? Castles, not very exciting. Knight f6, that's weird. Bishop f5. Malakhov Dubov, that seems familiar. But what's up with bishop g4? He's provoking. Arsenal's favorite move. What do you mean no fork? No fork? Anyways, okay, so knight h4 dubious, bishop e6, and black is fine. Wow. So you're slightly better already. And my other move would be like h3. And you just go here. And then what do I do? You know, I also thought you were going to play probably knight d7 at some point. Anyway, you played the opening like perfectly. Antonio Cavallo, okay. Antonio Morales. Oh no. Alright. Alright. I'm not sure Chigorin ever played this. My computer had a weird line here. What did it want to do? Anyway, I don't care. Computer can do what it wants to do. Magnus plays e5. Oh, there's another move, right? Knight c3 now. I don't know that anyone really plays this. I have played it in Blitz. I don't think it's great. And I definitely don't think that Chigorin. You finally became a Zen master. Now you can work on Chess Master. Zen Master 2000. Zen Master 2026. That could be your new name. Very cool. He's a Zen Master title. I didn't know you were that into it, even though your name is Zen Chess. An official title has been awarded. Now what do I do? Well, what else? So guys, I have time for another game probably. We'll see. So knight c5 and yeah. Bishop e3, knight g4. But maybe that's interesting. Well, I can't play knight g4 right away. I mean, obviously. So if you play knight e6, that looks artificial. Correct. Bilbo Baggins. Oh. Okay. Traders, unite. Don't be afraid of being bored. This is a game that should be an inspiration for Arsenal fan. Could be. Could have been, should have been. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Oof. I don't know. But I mean, you know, we can take a boring position and say, okay, you know, Magnus is going to win this game against whoever. Even boring positions get interesting in a lot of cases. I'm often like really surprised just how badly I can slaughter people in this type of Caro-Kann endgame. But I think they don't see it coming. They don't recognize the danger till it's too late. And that's always the way it goes. You know, when you lose, usually the way it goes is that you fail to see the danger before it's too late. F5. And here I was faced with a choice about how to handle this move. ultimately. We don't have to rush necessarily. I know what I don't want, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This F5 was what I expected. I'm not sure how to handle it. The E5 is knight B6 and blockade the D5 square, so I don't like it. I prefer to keep the tension here. Our opponent wanted me to guess his elo. That's always alarming. See, there's becoming a lot of tension. What was a boring position is now almost like opposite side castling, basically, with pawn tension. Is this necessarily a quiet, boring endgame? Wow. I sincerely hope I didn't miscalculate. Because that's a huge concession. You, the guy swinging the Soto shoe. The Proto shoe. Proto shoe. Concession has been called. Rook takes e3, rook takes e3, pawn takes e4. Oh no. B6. Snoto Proto. He's a one-trick pony. You are a one-trick pony. So what do I do? Positional chess. God damn it, Jerry. Weird. Damn, I don't know what to do. I feel like I failed. I failed myself. Antonio Cavallo has kind of too high a rapid rating. Your rapid rating is 370 points higher than your blitz rating. That's suspicious. It's also suspicious when people ask me to guess their elo. This is a weird question. We don't get that normally. Okay. Wow, risky move. Taking was way safer. He's a fearful player, isn't he? Oh man. What? Why do you have so much time, bro? If you're 1900 in Blitz, based on 4,000 games, how are you so much faster than me? Okay. I have a better chance of guessing his age than his elo, probably. I have no idea what's going on here. His time play is ridiculous for his rating. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I played this optimally. I shouldn't let the pawn go to the 7th, probably. Maybe I'm okay, actually. I guess it's okay. Yeah. Too much bullet chess. This is probably our last game. Fuck. I can say that again. This is my last game. Nah, I lost. Blundered. 6 cent pawn lost for black. 5. I was winning. Very suspicious. That's the guess for my elo. Your play is very suspicious. You were lost though. Yet you made only 2 blunders and 1 inaccuracy. It's very strange. And I was actually losing the game in 1 move. I was winning. Betting game technique by me, but I had no time. Yeah, I think that you're a little suspicious, bro. Yeah, thanks for streams and chess. You're welcome. Yeah, this was a weird game. It's very strange that black has 2 blunders, 1 inaccuracy. Given the speed they played, I mean, you know, he wasn't like winning, but he played so much better than me overall. If you look, like 5 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, 1 blunder. I'm an IM, and this player with black had 1 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 2 blunders. I would say they're pretty suspicious. That would be my guess of their elo. I mean, how could a player that good be 1992 in Blitz? It's very strange. Just all this bullet games, but he's like 2000 in Blitz. It's very strange. I wouldn't play them again.